Alright, here we go. Maybe. Okay, how's it going, everyone? This is Blubberbo announcing here. We got a matchup between blue team Orianna, Irelia, Soraka, Vayne, and Udyr versus the purple team Kennen, Tristana, Alistar, Nocturne, and Cho'Gath. Jungle's going to be Nocturne versus Udyr. The middle lane will most likely be Kennen versus Orianna. Top lane, Irelia versus Cho'Gath. And bottom lane, Tristana, Alistar versus Vayne and Soraka. Both supports this game have clairvoyance and looks like one exhaust and one ignite also on each team. Every member of both teams have flash. Still a really common pick for summoner skills. Looks like everybody's loaded. Hopefully the game will start pretty soon. Got the free Alistar skin on the purple team. Pretty cool Frozen Nocturne skin. Free Tristana skin. And no skin on the blue team. Alright, here we go. Items coming out and everyone going into their respective lanes. Kennen coming towards the middle. We got a purple ping on Irelia. Not sure why, but the clairvoyance was laid down right there so the purple team could see Irelia.
To Summoner's Rift.
Orianna moving into her position right above the river right here. And the purple team, Kennen being aggressive, coming down here, as well as Tristana and Cho'Gath coming in. Alistar went to the bottom, but the three members of the purple team are right here at the bottom of the river. Or at the lower half of the river, I should say. Not everyone on the blue team has moved. Looks like Vayne isn't. Oh, there we go. Now she and Soraka are going to the bottom. Udyr is going towards the middle. May or may not see a level 1 team fight right here. Nocturne is back here. Looks like he's going to start Wolves and doesn't want to partake in a level 1 team fight if one breaks out. But Alistar coming up right here. Here, Kennen and Vayne are seeing each other, and Kennen's going to toss a little damage out, and Vayne also a little bit of damage. Just going to let the blue team know that at least some members of the purple team are right there, and there is the clairvoyance so that they know they're there. Vayne and now Soraka coming up right here, but Orianna stays to leash the blue for Udyr right there. And minions have spawned. Nocturne starts, just takes down the big wolf. No, it looks like he's going to take down all the wolves and then move on to blue, whereas Orianna leashes blue for Udyr, and there's the leash on blue for Nocturne. Get this game underway right here. Irelia goes top to meet Cho'Gath, Kennen and Orianna here in the middle, and Soraka hiding in the bush supporting Vayne, with Alistar supporting Tristana. Now we're going to see Udyr finishes blue with relative ease, as well as Nocturne also. Now moving over into that second half of the jungle. Not much early action going on. The CS looks pretty straightforward across the board. Alistar really staying in that bush. Soraka being a little bit aggressive, getting her E off on Tristana. Doesn't cost Soraka anything but a cooldown to do it, so she might as well try to do some whittling damage to Tristana right there. Alistar steps out for a minute and then goes back inside the bush. Nothing to do at this point. This low of level, he did pick up Pulverize first, as you can see. Now he's level 2. Cho'Gath pushing Irelia a little bit back to her tower. Something be a little bit hesitant to do with the presence of a jungler, but luckily he's not in too much danger as Udyr is all the way down there at the bottom. Irelia just getting last hits, not being too scared of getting pushed up to her tower. No fighting going on. A little bit of damage done to Irelia. Looks like Kennen or the minions did some damage to Orianna, but nothing too significant there. The bottom looks like they might start to be a little bit aggressive. That's why Alistar is moving up in the bush. Maybe pop out and get a Pulverize. We see the clairvoyance come out here on Udyr, and that purple ping on Udyr, seeing he's pretty low in health, getting that red buff, but no member of the purple team is really close enough to do anything to him. And here comes Nocturne. We're going to see a gank on Orianna maybe. He's got blue and red buff and about 55-60% health. Orianna does not know he's there, I don't think, and that's why she's a little bit overextended. And here comes Nocturne. She shields herself and is able to... Nocturne's fear gets off, but the fear actually doesn't proc, and Orianna is able to get back to the tower without taking too much damage from Nocturne. So even though she didn't know he was there, nice job by Orianna by getting back before too much damage was dealt. Tristana and Alistar looks like they're pushed back pretty close to their tower now. Vayne and Soraka doing a decent job, and here's the clairvoyance right here by Soraka, seeing if they're about to get ganked because they also were a little overextended. And wow, it looks like Irelia is pushing Cho'Gath pretty hard. A counter push. She was just up at her tower, and now she's pushing him all the way almost back to his tower. She's got a decent minion wave right there, and Cho'Gath pops a health potion to get some sustainability back, and is going to get some last hits also with his passive, giving him health and mana back. And Nocturne comes in for a gank on the bottom, and Soraka is running and gets knocked into the bush by Alistar, and then Alistar also gets taken down by Vayne. Vayne is going to flash out but gets exhausted by Tristana, and Vayne, is she going to be able to get back to the tower? A couple melee attacks, and she is taken down by Ray V2 Nocturne. A good gank by Nocturne at that bottom lane. Both members of the blue bottom lane were taken out. At least they killed Alistar, so it wasn't 2 for 0. It was only 2 for 1, but a good job by Nocturne right there. And some disruption by Alistar, who then tried to run into the bush but wasn't quite able to get away. Udyr, knowing that Nocturne is bottom, is able to move in and steal some of his jungle, taking his double golems right here. Udyr is going to get a little bit of an advantage, perhaps with gold as well as experience, now that Nocturne had to go back, whereas Udyr is continuing to jungle, and Irelia is now pushed back towards her tower, taking some minion damage right there. She has a lot of lane sustainability with that passive health regen, or the lifesteal she has, excuse me. Orianna and Kennen exchanging a couple hits, but generally just continuing to CS. Kennen doing some damage to Orianna, who now popped a health potion, and we have a blue ping right here. There is that purple ward, so they see Soraka's movement right there. But Soraka most likely, yeah, there it is. It's going to lay down a ward to give them a warning if a gank comes. You don't necessarily always want to have to blow your clairvoyance to see if you're about to get ganked. Cho'Gath went back and just teleported back in, just dinged level 6 on that minion kill he got right there. And Nocturne right here waiting for another attempted gank on Orianna. Not great timing, as Orianna is pretty pushed back to her tower. It looks like he's going to come around and might die for under tower if he's not going for their jungle. Udyr is right here at the blue wraiths, and Nocturne is looking for their wolves, which are not there. And now he's gonna circle back around. Kennen doing some damage to Orianna. Orianna looked in prime position for a gank, and yes, she is. Here comes Nocturne, gets his Q down and does hit her for a little bit of damage, but then it's gonna have to go back middle. Definitely not enough to get that kill, and Orianna knows that Nocturne is around in the area, and he's about to walk over that blue ward right there, so she will have visibility, knowing that he won't be coming back for a gank. He himself lays a ward down, and Vayne and Soraka are about to see. There's that purple ping, but they did see him coming thanks to that ward on the river that Soraka put, so they are going to back. And Cho'Gath and Irelia, you can see the CS, 28 CS for Irelia and 36 CS for Cho'Gath, so Cho'Gath has a little bit of a lead, but nothing detrimental at this point. Cho'Gath starting to get a little bit stronger with that cloth armor he has right there, and Sapphire Crystal doesn't make him tankier, but gives him more lane sustainability to cast his abilities. Udyr moving around, really aggressive jungler over in that purple jungle trying to pick up their golems, and he is going to pick up their golems. I'm sorry, I missed that. Toasty Almond Orianna kills Kennen while Kennen was awful close to his tower. No minions involved, but Orianna with very little health, 96 health, takes down Kennen, and the kills are now 2-2. And Nocturne comes up here with blue. Orianna is overextended, and there's a Nocturne ult, and he's going to come in and just take her out with his ulti. Not even another attack. She stayed in lane with very little health, and then she paid the price. A purple ping showing Udyr walking over that purple ward right there, coming for Nocturne to try to get a retribution kill. Nocturne has a decent amount of minions to do some damage to this tower, and is going to try to get some melee attacks in, and engages Udyr and takes a hit by the tower because of it, and then has to go back, knowing that he can't take too many tower hits. And Udyr is just coming mainly to clear out this minion wave right here and help Orianna, who didn't have to go back, but was dead and thus went back. Soraka and Vayne pushing this bottom lane. Tristana coming back from being in base, and now it looks like Alistar is going to want to go back. Kennen dives Udyr and does, oh wow, Kennen and Nocturne together. Kennen was the one that actually died, as they are able to kill Udyr in that outer middle turret right there, and Kennen comes away with 70% health. Didn't take too much damage, only 1 or maybe 2 tower hits, and Orianna comes back. And Kennen not particularly scared, having that health potion popped. The kill is now 2-4, which makes a little bit, almost 1.5k gold is the difference in gold between the two teams, with the purple team ahead. Cho'Gath starting to feast, as you can see right there. As I switched over, he has 3 stacks now. Irelia with 43 CS and Cho'Gath with 58. Still about between 10 and 20 is, I would say, about the average in the difference in CS between the two of them. But Irelia is definitely not getting shut out, even though she's a little bit behind. No fighting down bottom. Soraka healing and infusing Vayne to get both health and mana sustained right here. And Kennen is going to be a little aggressive on Orianna. Speaking of minion kills, Kennen has 59 and Orianna has 50. There's the CS from Kennen, and then Orianna shields herself, thinking she might be about to take a little bit more damage. Cho'Gath moving back from Irelia. Irelia hasn't been back to base yet, only has the amplifying tome, whereas Cho'Gath already has the boots of speed, sapphire crystal, and cloth armor, so Irelia is going to have a nice shopping spree when she goes back. And here comes Nocturne, a ping on Irelia, and she knows that someone's coming. Here's the Nocturne's ult, and she's going to try to get out of there, and she flashes a well-placed flash to skip the Cho'Gath CC, as well as not let the fear get off by Nocturne. A good job by Irelia, instinctually knowing that the gank is coming, and then flashing at the perfect moment not to get feared by Nocturne or CC'd by Cho'Gath. And here comes Nocturne. We got the purple pings on the blue buff, but the blue buff isn't there. Irelia probably senses that Nocturne is somewhere around the jungle. Nocturne is also being really aggressive in the jungle. Oh, and a kill. Looks like Soraka was not able to keep... Oh, and Soraka might be about to go down too. No, she isn't. Soraka. And here, Nocturne comes in to gank Orianna. Again, she shields herself and then goes in tower range. And here's Kennen's ulti, and there's so much CC. And Kennen and Nocturne are able to absolutely liquidate Orianna while under the tower. Not that scared. Here comes Udyr in the bottom, and is Udyr going to be able to take down Tristana? Udyr gets the kill on Tristana, and then Alistar dies as well, and Soraka does a good job walking away, almost kiting Udyr within the tower range. Alistar in the tower range. Alistar not able to get away before the tower kills him, and Soraka doesn't die. So Udyr doing a good job coming in bottom and helping the bottom lane as Vayne was killed with no retribution, and then it turns out that 2 of the purple players are taken down consequently in the bottom lane. The kills now to Kennen going back simply in line of sight in the blue team. There's a purple ping, there's that clairvoyance right there pinging on Udyr. Is he going to be able to kill the dragon before he even gets there? He definitely is, and then he's going to get out of there knowing that someone's coming for him. In this case, it's Kennen. Orianna returning middle. The kills are now 3-6 and about a 1,400 gold discrepancy in favor of the purple team. Nothing too drastic at this point. No one too fed that it's not able to recover from. Nocturne 2-0-3 is looking with the best record at this point. But it definitely could go either way. Still, Cho'Gath moving down the river here, just placing a ward right there. And we have a blue ping there and another blue ping in the triangle bush at the bottom. There's a ward right here. You see that. I believe Alistar just laid down. Irelia trying to fight Cho'Gath a little bit, but Cho'Gath already so tanky. He has that glacial shroud, which will give him well-needed armor against Irelia's attacks. And Orianna coming up from far behind him. Here, Irelia pops her ulti. It does a decent amount of damage, but he is really tanky. And here's that clairvoyance, and they're going to try to fight him. Nocturne is also coming up the river. This might not go. There's the Nocturne ulti, and he comes in. It's going to do a lot of damage to Irelia. We have an ignite down on Cho'Gath, so he can't heal, and they're going to try to take down Cho'Gath. The Orianna ulti is a good CC. Oh, and Irelia is able to get away, and then Udyr's right there, and actually CC's Nocturne. Nocturne is able to take down Irelia, but Udyr gets the kill on him, and then Cho'Gath takes on Orianna, and Udyr saving the day for this blue team is going to come and now try to also get the kill on Cho'Gath. He stuns him right there, CC, and Udyr does way too much damage, especially with red buff and that slow debuff. Udyr does a great job making it 2 for 2, a situation which could have resulted badly for the blue team, but Udyr does a nice job coming in and solidifying those 2 kills for them. So fighting in the bottom, looks like Soraka's taking a lot of damage. Vayne trying to do some damage to Tristana, getting knocked back by her ulti. There was also an exhaust on Soraka, but she is not giving up, continuing to try to help Vayne and push a little bit and hopefully not die. Alistar right there in the bush. I should mention Kennen was able to take down that outside middle turret of the blue team. So in addition to everything that happened, all the kills that were traded, which was relatively even, there's that clairvoyance to get line of sight on him. And Soraka's going to go in and silence Alistar, and Vayne goes in. Oh, and knocks him against and stuns him, and a lot of damage. Alistar pops his ulti because he knows he's about to take a lot, and here comes a teleport in. It's going to be Cho'Gath coming in, and he doesn't have any feast, but he silences them. Oh, and Alistar was taken down by Vayne. A great job by Vayne, and even though Cho'Gath comes in at the last minute, he's not able to do anything. Here Kennen comes over, flashes over the wall, pops his ulti, and so much CC on Vayne. Isn't able to kill Vayne until the very last minute, and then Cho'Gath is able maybe to pick. Is he going to get that kill? He gets the kill on Soraka. Kennen and Cho'Gath coming in, getting 2 kills at the bottom. A purple ping on Irelia. They see her coming in. Cho'Gath is going to try to back. Irelia is also there. Orianna and Irelia are there. Cho'Gath has that health potion popped. He's going to go back with Tristana to get back. They don't want to mess up anything that they have just got. It was a nice job by the purple team getting those 2 kills right there. Nocturne meets Irelia in the bush right here. He pops this, and they're going to fight a little bit. He does a lot of damage right away, and the fear comes off, but here comes Udyr again, helping Irelia, and now Nocturne knows that he doesn't want to have any of this, and so he's running. Orianna chasing Cho'Gath right there, and Nocturne, it looks like, are they going to let him back, or are they going to continue to fight him? Orianna fights Cho'Gath, and Udyr comes down to help him. Irelia also, there's a clairvoyance right there, so we got visibility for the purple team, and some CC on Irelia and Orianna, and now I think they're going to back, because they know that at this point they could be considered a little overextended with the enemy teammates, the purple teammates, being able to get down here and start a full-fledged team fight. Not great positioning, and Irelia sees Kennen a little bit, gets CC'd by Kennen. Kennen's going to come in and is, a nice stun by Irelia because she has lower health. It doesn't just slow Kennen, it stuns him. She's going to be able to get away. Udyr comes in again to see if his teammates need help. Both teams a little bit spread out at this point. Vayne running towards and away from Cho'Gath. And will we have a team fight break out right here? Soraka is overextended. Oh no! And Alistar comes in and gets some CC down on Soraka. Soraka tries to flash away, but that Nocturne's fear is able to get away, and then the Nocturne ulti comes in, and Irelia is going to be able to get out, it looks like, but then goes in for another second, and Nocturne, and Alistar are able to take down Irelia. Soraka, however, is able to get away, and Udyr is still in there fighting. We have pings going off all across the map, and no one on the purple team is dead, but the blue team did lose. And Albert Udyr is able to take down Alistar. A good job by that Udyr coming in the team fights and making sure that it's a 1-to-1 trade. And now you see Kennen going back in this bush right here. Hopefully no one discovers him. Vayne goes there right a second too late. Tristana pushing this bottom tower for the blue team. And Udyr doing a really good job of making it so that it's not a 1-for-0 trade for these team fights, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Tristana not able to take down that outer bottom turret, but a decent amount of damage done to this top outer turret of the purple team. And a decent amount of, it's not quite still early game, but a decent amount of fighting already happening. 16 minutes and 30 seconds about. And it is 7-11. The purple team is 4 kills ahead and about 3,000 gold ahead of the blue team at this point. Still, it hasn't quite snowballed out of effect. Most exchanges are relatively equal on both sides in terms of kills. The only thing is, with the purple team has destroyed 1 tower and the blue team has destroyed none. Here Kennen's going to come around and discover Udyr. Udyr both has blue buff and they're going to fight. Udyr has blue buff and red buff, and then Kennen is going to CC him and then try to get out of there. Knows that he's a little too overextended. And you see Vayne has got that CC. And then an exhaust goes down on Tristana, and is Tristana going to be able to take it down? No, an excellent job by Udyr. And Vayne is able to take him down, and Alistar does a good job of knocking Vayne away, trying to help his teammate, but is he going to get away? No, Vayne's passive allows her, and then her Q makes her get close enough to Alistar. Vayne does a good job CCing Tristana right against here, and with the support and utility from Soraka keeping her up, a good job by the blue team on the bottom lane. 2 unanswered kills, and here comes Nocturne. Is his ulti off cooldown? It is now. It is. Just comes off cooldown, but nice timing by the blue team going back right here. He goes in there, pops his skill to try to absorb any hostile spells that come in, and he is not going to find anyone. Udyr taking down Dragon, and it looks like Nocturne and Kennen are both getting close, and there is Nocturne's ulti, and Udyr's going to try to get out of there. Is that fear going to get off? It does get off right as he goes into turtle form and gets a speed buff. He's going to try to get out of there. Nocturne does a lot of damage, especially with red. And here's Orianna, surprise, surprise. And there's the clairvoyance right there. The purple team sees Orianna there, and it is enough to make Nocturne back off, which I think is a good decision by Orianna, because Udyr would not have been able to take Kennen and Nocturne in that 2v1, and the purple team, it looks like, are they going to be able to get this dragon? Soraka does not know that they're there. It's going to be an unpleasant surprise there. She sees him, lays down a ward, and then goes away. Is anyone to come help her? Vayne is right there, but the purple team is able to safely get dragon, and now it is about a 3,000 to 4,000 goal discrepancy between the two teams. Nothing too big. And Orianna gets trapped by Kennen. Kennen pops his ulti as well as ignites Orianna. Oh, and Orianna gets away with 22 health, ladies and gentlemen. She is so close and gets back. Tristana, in Slash All says, wow, can't believe how little health Orianna was to get away. She was absolutely just dropped by Kennen, but Kennen wasn't able to seal the deal and get that kill. We got purple pings over in the jungle. They think that Irelia is still there, and Cho'Gath, who now has 6 stacks of feast, he's really big, 2448 HP, has the Glacial Shroud and the Mercury Treads and the Negatron Cloak, a lot of magic resistance already on Cho'Gath. He has 163 armor, 126 magic resistance. Tristana here at the bottom pushing this lane. Vayne picking up the double golems and probably going back into the bottom lane to counter push. She doesn't want too much damage to be done to this turret. Here she comes. Orianna picking up the wolves right here, and Soraka moving down to help her lane partner Vayne. It is a 1v1 at this point. We can see the CS 124 for Vayne and 140 for Tristana. Tristana has a little bit of an edge. Vayne does have 4 kills, whereas Tristana only has 2 kills and 1 assist. A couple random pings. Udyr deep in the purple team's jungle. I'm not sure they know he's there. And Irelia also tanky, not quite as tanky as Cho'Gath. We're going to see in a minute if she's able to hold her own as Cho'Gath is pushing that tower. Nocturne sees Udyr, tries to initiate a fight. Kennen is right there, and Orianna is also in the neighborhood. Kennen gets a speed buff, goes in. Is she gonna try to fight? They are trying to fight, and Udyr gets some CC, and then Orianna does a decent amount of damage. Wow, Udyr doing a lot of damage really quickly to Kennen. Kennen's not going to be able to get away. Udyr stuns him again, and here comes Orianna ult, and Kennen wrecked by Udyr and Orianna. Almost no damage done in return. And here we see Alistar, Tristana, and Nocturne are going to try to fight Udyr right here. And we're going to see Vayne and Soraka and Orianna all come in. Oh, and there's the CC on Tristana. Tristana is leveled, and Alistar is going to flash over, try to get away. Udyr flashes after him, and is going to run after Alistar. He does have a good amount of CC, and he's going to start taking those tower hits and taking down Alistar, who then pops his ulti and runs towards Vayne. Knocks Udyr, try to take Udyr to die to the tower, but he's not going to. Nocturne ulting, he was fighting Tristana, and now he's going to go after Udyr, but he's not going to be able to make it to Udyr. Soraka does a good job healing Udyr, and then Orianna with the shield on Udyr. Nocturne now trying to get out of there. First was a little aggressive, thinking he could get a kill, was killing Soraka, and then tried to kill Udyr, but Udyr does a nice job with the help of Soraka and Orianna, the nice defensive skills that they have to allow Udyr to get away unscathed, and Vayne now going to make the purple team pay even more by maybe even killing this bottom outer turret right here. Her minion wave is dwindling a little bit, but Tristana is still far away, so is Alistar, and Kennen is in the middle, which she has now line of sight on, and Cho'Gath is here at the top. Irelia, low on mana, pops her ulti to liquidate this minion wave, and Mabatofu, Vayne is able to take down that outer turret. The turret's now 1-to-1 for both teams. A good job by the blue team getting a couple unanswered kills there, and actually taking the lead in kills. You see right here, it's now 12-11. The gold discrepancy is also narrowing. It's only about 5.5k, as 500 gold difference between the two teams, still in the purple advantage, but not by that much, and the kills are now in favor of the blue team. Cho'Gath left alone up here. Really, it did go back, and Cho'Gath in the minion wave. Here's the clairvoyance, see if anyone else is coming, and it looks like not, and Cho'Gath might be able to take down this outer top turret of the blue team before anyone gets there. Look, the purple team is down to the last minion. Cho'Gath is going to go back. He knows that they're coming for him, and he doesn't want to take too many tower hits, even though he's quite tanky at this point. Alistar coming up. We got blue pings right here that this tower is undefended. Kennen is coming in, and we have 3 members of the blue team coming up. They want Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's going back to the tower, and there goes the Orianna ulti as well as the Irelia ulti. A lot of damage coming down. Soraka is also there. Here comes Nocturne. Alistar is also coming in. Cho'Gath taking to about 40% health. A little bit of CC on Soraka. Oh no, the feast, and then Nocturne going in. The fear getting off. Oh, but wow, she is pretty tanky at this point. Alistar coming in with some CC, and he doesn't pulverize Soraka, but isn't able to headbutt her. Already used his headbutt on Irelia, and Soraka gets taken down. Irelia and Orianna going back at that point, knowing that there's not much they can do to save her. They might as well let her die and not let the enemy get a triple kill. This inner middle turret for the blue team is taken down by Zavaki. Kennen right here. Now Udyr is chasing him. We saw earlier how much damage Udyr can do to Kennen, and Kennen is now getting away with his speed buff. Vayne goes back at the bottom, leaving Tristana alone, and it looks like Cho'Gath and Alistar might continue to try to push this top outer turret as Irelia and Orianna go back to the middle, and Kennen is going back in the bush right there. They don't know it, but she's going back. Udyr counter pushing this lane, and here comes Cho'Gath and Alistar taking down the outer top turret of the blue team. Udyr pinging on the red buff, most likely indicating to Vayne that he wants Vayne to come and actually claim it. Aurelia coming top to clear out the minion wave a little bit so it doesn't push too much. And Udyr now picking up his own wraiths. Both Alistar and Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath slowly gaining his health back. He hasn't gone back since that big team fight. Here we got Vayne chasing Tristana. She can be able to catch him. A purple ping on Udyr. They see Udyr coming in. Tristana wants to get out of there. There's that clairvoyance to see his progress. And here Udyr comes. And it looks like, oh wow, there's fighting up top as Irelia and Orianna try to take down Alistar. Is really low, and Cho'Gath's pretty low too. He is ignited, and Orianna tries to flash, but still gets feared. And Irelia goes in, and is she going to be able to take down Alistar? Yes, she is. Cho'Gath trying to fight. Nocturne now fighting Orianna. Is Nocturne going to be able to keep up? Wow, Nocturne does a lot of damage and is able to take Orianna, and now Irelia tries to get back. Udyr and Kennen are both coming in, and Orianna flashes out of there. Fighting leads to, again, a pretty even situation. A kill on each side, and Udyr comes in and stuns, and here comes Orianna as well. Nocturne is trying to run away. They're not casting skills because it will give him that attack speed buff, and he goes away, and here comes Kennen. Kennen's ulti popped. So much CC going down, and CC's Udyr almost off the bat. Soraka is trying to heal him, and here it really comes back, and wow, so much damage on the Kennen. Kennen is absolutely dropped, and Udyr flashes in, and he's going to get some CC down on Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is going to get taken down by Udyr's incredibly fast attack speed. A good job by Irelia coming back at that last minute. Was going back to base, but then comes back and continues to fight with Udyr. Udyr is tanky, especially with those heals being tossed in, and here's the Irelia ult to take down the minion wave, and there goes that outer upper turret of the purple team. Nocturne doing the jungle and is now going to back, seeing Udyr coming in all alone. Wow, Udyr changing farms and doing a lot of damage, getting CC by Alistar, knocked back into tower and shield by Soraka. A little bit more CC now going down on Alistar. Doesn't have his ulti, and Alistar is taken down, killing blow by Udyr, but Udyr, Soraka, the stun from Udyr, the silence from Soraka, and then the sheer damage output as well as the slow CC by Irelia is enough to take down Alistar, and that's going to be 2 unanswered turrets in the top lane of the purple team being taken down by the blue team. Udyr, maybe at first glance, being a little bit cocky, even with low health, staying in that lane right there. Now he's going to come out again. He is so bloodthirsty, pinging on Tristana, stuns Tristana in midair. Tristana's going to take a decent amount of damage, silenced by Soraka. And now, oh wow, Cho'Gath coming in, and there's an exhaust down on Udyr. Udyr is again going to be able to make it away without dying, but is Orianna? It looks like she is. She's got the slow debuff down, and she is going to be able to get away before Cho'Gath can kill her. Udyr being really, really aggressive in his play, and so far has gotten lucky and been skilled enough to not actually get taken down while diving in between the 2 middle lane turrets, as well as just continuing to push up top, even though he doesn't have that much health. He's really tanky at this point. He has the Wit's End, he has the Phage, and, well, Sheen, and he has Heart of Gold and Mercury Treads, as well as the lifesteal from Wriggle's Lantern. Giving some insider information out right now to Toasty Almond, who's asking me for the gold difference. I assume that means you're not listening to the stream, Mr. Almond. But yes, like I just told him, the gold difference is almost non-existent. It's about 38,000 to pretty close to 38,000, which means that the purple team has more CS, which you can see right here, as well as, I believe, 1 or 2 more dragons. But because the kills are 16 to 13, 16 for the blue team, the gold is about the same. And here we got that clairvoyance right here, exposes Udyr, and a purple ping on Irelia. They have that ward right there. They see Irelia. She's a little overextended, although she doesn't know it. Here comes Tristana and Alistar. They're not going to be able to catch her as she goes back. We're probably going to see oracles come out on either team relatively soon to try to start pick up these wards of the enemy team. Both teams doing a good job of warding. You can see blue wards trickled all over here, as well as purple wards. And here we have Udyr running, and here Vayne surprise Nocturne, and Tristana and Kennen are also in the area. Udyr, as we have already seen, here comes the Nocturne ulti and the Kennen CC. Oh wow, so much CC on Vayne, who's able to get away. She is, oh wow, and Vayne is taken down at the last second by Ignite. Too much damage, and Udyr is not going to be able to get away. The Nocturne and Tristana and Kennen just do too much damage. Udyr finally pays the price for being so cocky, and here we go, some CC on Irelia, and then the 1,000 true damage from the Feast, and then the Nocturne Fear. Irelia is also taken down by the purple team. It is now 3 people down on the purple team, all except for Orianna and Soraka, and all 5 members up. And there goes that outer bottom turret of the blue team, and the purple team might push all the way. Cho'Gath is so tanky at this point, he can't take tower hits. There you see, takes one there, almost doesn't do anything to his health bars. Are they going to move in and try to take out this turret? Nocturne is going and actually attacking Soraka. Takes a couple tower hits himself, but they're going to go back. It looks like Zavaki, the Kennen, is putting down a fall back ping. They're not going to push any further. They don't want to lose the slight advantage they had after that last small skirmish right there. Alistar moving through the blue team's jungle. All lanes looked like they're about pushed to the middle. And now the purple team is going to go to the middle lane. See Tristana hop in there. And not sure where they're going. They could be going towards Baron. No, there's that purple ping on the red buff. And not sure where Alistar is going. Might be, he's going to lay a ward right there at Baron, which the blue team, if anyone was looking, would see that placement of the ward right there. Cho'Gath is going to clear the top. He can't have too many minion kills. This Cho'Gath, 174 CS. Definitely not the highest, but also not the lowest. Lowest would be Alistar with 9, much less than Soraka, the support for the blue team, with 61, which is one of the reasons why she is already able to have Shirelia's Reverie, as well as the Giant's Belt, Heart of Gold, and the Blasting Wand. A little fighting breaking out in the middle right here. Nocturne's going to come around from the bottom. Kennen tossing out some damage, which is quickly healed up by Soraka. Udyr going in and seeing Nocturne right there. Udyr's going to engage Nocturne. Nocturne doing a lot of damage to Udyr right there. Soraka also engaging. There goes Irelia too. They're going to want to try to take down, but here comes Cho'Gath CC, and then the Kennen ulti, and then the Nocturne ulti, and so much damage coming down from that purple team really quickly here. Orianna's ulti does a nice job. Udyr is actually not the first to die, or is the first to die, excuse me, and a lot of kills being dished out. Vayne doing a good job getting 2 kills up right there. A double kill for Mabo Tofu as Vayne, and here Cho'Gath is trying to get away. 4 members of that purple team is dead, and now is Cho'Gath going to be able to escape? I don't think so, as Vayne scores the ace with the silver darts, that third shot doing a lot of bonus damage, and only 1 member of the blue team falls to an ace of the purple team right there. A really hectic and spread out team fight, but a good job by the purple team. We saw that Orianna ulti coming in at the last minute, causing some disruption and some CC, not allowing the purple Nocturne to kill Udyr until the very last moment, where then he was quickly killed. And an excellent job. Soraka also not dying. Not necessarily a good decision by the purple team not to kill Soraka, who was able to toss out silences, as well as even mana regen, as well as heals. And here Alistar coming in, getting a pulverize down, trying to get them out. And oh wow, Tristana comes in and takes down Orianna. Now she's going to take down more. Oh, but Vayne CCing Tristana against the destroyed turret and then taking her down. Soraka really low, is going to want to go back, but Irelia does not care. She is going to stay and she is going to fight Vayne now trying to get away. Soraka taken down by Kennen, and here comes Udyr at the last minute. Aurelia running off into the jungle, and Udyr getting some CC down on Nocturne as Vayne tries to get away, and does get away. Udyr has the fear cast on him by Nocturne, and then headbutted away by the Alistar, which allows Udyr to actually get away. Tristana's B spell gets off, and here Udyr's now going to run. He pops into bear stance. I was going to say bear form, excuse me, bear stance, giving him that speed buff to get away. Here he goes, he continues. He doesn't really want to fight, especially with Alistar and Cho'Gath right there. You can see him debating whether or not to fight. Some blue minions pushing bottom. Kennen is about to come bottom. They will see that. Oh, and Udyr, maybe he does want to fight. I'm not sure though. Cho'Gath is down to only 3 stacks right there, and Nocturne, Alistar, and Cho'Gath are moving. They got blue visibility right here, so the blue team will know that they are doing dragon. Nocturne coming down here, and Nocturne and Cho'Gath engaging, and Udyr is going to come in. We have Vayne moving in, as well as Orianna and Kennen and Tristana for the purple team. Here comes Udyr, and he gets feared, so he backs off a little bit. Orianna is coming in too. He gets headbutted away by Alistar, and the dragon is going to go down for the purple team. And are they going to fight? We're not sure. We got some CC going down, and then a miss here. Orianna's ulti, a little bit premature maybe, but some to get them to back off Soraka a little bit, and they're scared knowing that Orianna is around, feeling the presence of her ulti. The purple team is going to go back. Udyr really tanky at this point, has the Trinity Forest and the Wit's End, as well as even the Heart of Gold and the Mercury Treads. Vayne exploring. We got the purple ping on Vayne right there. She's going to the blue buff. A good idea, knowing that the purple team is falling back. They don't want to fight. Get that blue buff so that one of them can't. And here comes Nocturne at the tower. Yes, that is a clairvoyance right there by the purple team. And Tristana, Kennen, and Nocturne are all there deciding whether or not to go in. But they see the whole blue team. They do not want to go and fight a 3v5 against this blue team right here. Some purple pings at that tower. The blue team staying bunched up right here. They're going to push as 5, it looks like. Cho'Gath is in the middle lane. A little bit detached, but not too far. He can come in if they need it. Soraka leading the charge right here. Udyr moving in to check the jungle a little bit. His his Regal's Lantern is on cooldown. Vayne taking some damage, and it looks like they're going to have no problem. Irelia taking a decent amount of damage from Tristana. Wow. And there she pops her ulti, and that tower is taken down. Cho'Gath is pushing the middle lane still, and Udyr goes in. He wants to fight. Here comes the ulti from Nocturne as well as Alistar. Alistar with the damage reduction, and here comes a pulverize. Here comes Kennen's ulti. Oh no, CC, and there's the Orianna ulti. And which team is going to be the first one to die? Vayne avoiding damage and doing damage to Alistar here. Alistar is taken down. The killing blow done by Ina, 89, and Irelia falling to Kennen. Irelia is dead now. Vayne falling also to Kennen. Kennen with the double kill. Nocturne chasing Orianna down here, and there we have a kill right there, and Nocturne is going to be able to take down Orianna. Alright, there goes Tristana to Udyr, and now Udyr and Soraka are chasing Cho'Gath. Is he going to be able to get away? I do not believe this is going to be another kill for Soraka. Yes, it is. Ina 89, and now it is left Udyr and Soraka against Nocturne. He's going to try to get out of here. Is he going to? The fear gets off on Udyr. Probably a good decision, but Udyr is too fast, and there's the flash at the last minute by Nocturne. Going to try to get away without popping a summoner skill, but he isn't able to. And it is kills tossed out on both sides, but the advantage does go to the blue team with only 3 deaths on their side, whereas 4 deaths were given to that purple team. Udyr, a lot of attack speed on him. Is going to take down the tower to half health. The headbutt comes in by Alistar. Vayne bragging about the banana in slash all Soraka's banana. Udyr is not going to be able. Here comes Nocturne also. Wow, Udyr does so much damage to Alistar. He's going to have to go back. Here comes the fear on Albert. He's going to go back and dance back and forth to fight. Soraka is now out of the neighborhood, not going to be able to help him. Udyr maybe realizes he's going to die at this point. He's going to try to just kill. There's the CC on Nocturne. Nocturne's going to get the fear off him. Is Udyr going to be able to get away? I don't think so. He's trying to do as much damage as he can to Alistar. Oh, Udyr's able to take down Alistar before they take him down. And now, maybe I was wrong. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry for underestimating the Udyr. He's going to be able to get away, just toying with both Nocturne and Alistar for so long, actually killing Alistar and managing to get away with the blue buff. An amazing job by Udyr. Now Nocturne chasing Irelia coming in, trying to stop the purple team from chasing Udyr a little bit, and Irelia also is going to be able to get away. No problem. Purple ping's on Baron, upset that Alistar basically just died for no reason, and they're going to try to do Baron. There is no blue ward there. They don't know that, but you see there's the blue ping also. Both teams know that they do not have a ward at Baron, so they're not sure when they don't have line of sight on the other team whether or not they're doing a Baron attempt. So now we have Vayne going around with red buff already. He's going to try to take the blue buff, a ping right there. Who are they signaling to get it? Possibly Orianna, even possibly Soraka. Udyr already has it, and his cooldowns are pretty low. Regardless, here comes Orianna around, probably try to get that blue buff. Purple team just coming out of the base, no red buff to get. They're pinging top, and they're going to move in 5. They do not have any line of sight on this blue team, so they most likely, yes, do think they're doing Baron. There goes that purple ward right there. And the blue team does not know that they put it there. Another purple ward, so now the purple team can be rest assured that they're not doing Baron. Here's the pulverize as Albert engages, and he falls back a little bit. A lot of damage coming out from Kennen. Is he going to catch Nocturne? He is going to catch Nocturne, and we're going to see some ultis come out. Here's another pulverize, a lot of CC, and Soraka's ulti is popped, as well as Kennen's ulti. Oh wow, Orianna's ulti, and 2 members of the blue team, 3 members of the blue team are dropped so incredibly quickly, and now Soraka is going to try and back, and Irelia is also going to try to back. Vayne, Udyr, and Orianna were just absolutely liquidated by this purple team, who are now going to get Baron without any trouble. Irelia going back in this bush, knowing that there's nothing she can do about it at this point. Baron dealing a decent amount of damage to Alistar, but that was just an absolutely devastating team fight for the blue team, losing 3 members as well as losing that Baron. Key players in there was definitely, as always, Kennen's ult and his ability to pass out CC to multiple targets, as well as that pulverize. We saw that pulverize by Alistar, knocking up 3 members of the blue team. Not impeccable positioning by the blue team, and they paid the price, as now looks like the purple team is going to push as 5. First they're going to check to see if the blue red buff is there, which we know it is not. And pinging at the bottom tower here, Alistar maybe, or even Nocturne at this point, are going to be the ones. Here's the clairvoyance right there to tank that tower, but it looks like they're going to push the minion waves. A lot of purple minions right here, and Cho'Gath is top. He's a lot of purple minions up there also. It's only 4 of them bottom. And are they actually going to push the tower, or just let the minions through? It looks like they're going to go be Nocturne at this point. Really tanky with that Phage and the Randuin's Omen and the Banshee's Veil. He has a lot of health. A blue ping on Cho'Gath, who is now going back. He has only 2 stacks of feats left. He does have the Frozen Heart, the Force of Nature, and the Wit's End there. And so he is relatively tanky and has that nice debuff for melee characters, especially like Udyr when they're around Cho'Gath. The purple ping on Dragon. And the kills are still in favor of the blue team. They had a pretty decent advantage, so even with that devastating team fight they just had, they're still ahead 27 kills to only 25 kills on the purple team. Here the purple team is going to get, wow, Dragon taken down really fast, no problem. Purple wards littering the jungle right here, and the goal is still almost the same, 57,000 on the blue team to 58.3 thousand on that purple team. And so not a huge advantage for either team. Udyr checking the red buff, which is not there. What will determine the success or the failure of one team in the team fights coming up is definitely going to be closely related to the positioning and to who initiates and how they initiate. Both teams have a lot of CC. We have Irelia, depending on her percentage health versus the percentage health of the person she is targeting, is able to hand out either a slow or a stun. Udyr is able to stun a large amount of targets in succession, 6 seconds apart on the same target. Soraka, we know, has that silence. And Vayne, if they're near a wall, and Orianna both have some CC of their own to toss out. And the other team as well, Alistar, Kennen, a lot amount of AoE CC, especially coupled with Cho'Gath, the silence as well as the knockup. Tristana has a knockback, but not much CC besides that. And even Nocturne has that fear, which can be pretty clutch. You see some interesting or some important purchases right now. Cho'Gath does have that Guardian's Angel, which could be good to allow him to come back. Bad if he just gets killed twice and loses arguably twice the amount of feasts, because it does count as 2 kills right there. Irelia has purchased an Oracle, which will be good while moving out into the jungle and eliminating those purple wards, getting rid of that purple visibility. It looks like the purple team is going to try to force a fight here. Albert going up and back and then getting shielded by Orianna. He did take a lot of damage right there by that little scuffle they had. Cho'Gath alone, it is a 4v5 right here if the blue team decides to initiate, because Cho'Gath is bottom. Here Udyr goes, he flashes in, and he's going in taking a lot of damage. Oh my god, Udyr taking so much damage, and the Orianna will trying to save Udyr. Udyr just getting taken down, and here comes the Nocturne ult. He goes back and tries to take down Vayne, and then is exhausted, and are they going to take, wow, yes, Nocturne is shredded really quickly. The Kennen ult comes in a little bit late. Soraka gets headbutted out, and then Soraka and Irelia both fall, and is Vayne going to die right here? Tristana does. She jumps after him and then kills Vayne, and then also a double kill. Excuse me, I did not even notice a quadra kill for Tristana. I only saw that double kill at the end. I didn't pay attention to who got those kills before that. But Tristana is able to get the quadra kill, killing almost all members of the blue team. It's especially the Orianna trying to get away at that last minute. A good job by the purple team, and it looks like this might be GG. There are the GGs passed out by both teams, and the Nexus for the blue team is taken down after that quadra kill and ace of the blue team by the purple team.
Victory!